Welcome to the Habits of Health Power Half Hour, where we go through Dr. A's Habits of Health one section at a time so that you can create a powerful knowledge base that will equip you for your life into optimal health and lifelong well-being. My name is Cassondra Reagan, and I am an independent Optavia coach. So today we begin section 2.2 of the Habits of Health entitled Your Blueprint, Safe Weight Loss and Health Gains. And although we are starting a new section, we are still focusing on the macro habit of healthy weight management. It's one of the 6 macro habits. Dr. A begins this section by highlighting our diet culture and how most of us have tried so many different ways to lose weight and how those different approaches can be confusing and ultimately they fail us for the long term. So most people see weight loss as an end in itself. Simply put, attaining their weight loss goal is the final destination for them. They don't see past that. There are a myriad of weight loss strategies that can help people arrive at that destination. Everything from low carb, medications, shots, surgeries, colonics, and even exercise boot camps. So what's the problem with that? Even if we survive the deprivation and get at our goal weight destination, we almost immediately step back into our original habits, and soon we find ourselves at our original starting point. Other plans, though, are more conservative. You've heard them say it a million times. Oh, just eat less and exercise more. Well, that's fantastic advice, but it's too vague, and the changes are just too subtle and not specific enough in the short term to give you the positive reinforcement to continue with them for a long-term transformation. If you remember from sections past, focusing on what you want to lose cannot be our focus. We instinctively move toward the things on which we have set our eyes, on which we have set our focus. So, while asking ourselves, how can I lose weight? It seems like the most logical and pertinent question we'd want to ask ourselves. It's still problem focused. You guys, we don't want to be problem focused because, again, we don't want to move toward our problem. We want to be solution focused. And really, the solution for long-term weight management isn't going to be losing weight. What? Cassondra, that's a bold statement. Yes, it is, but it's true. Your long-term solution to weight management is going to be about becoming a person of health, becoming an optimally healthy person whose objective is to live a life that is centered on health. You've set your focus on health. If you focus on that as your solution, and over time you become an optimally healthy person, weight loss will be the side effect, and it's going to be permanent. The good news is that wherever we are in our health journey, our bodies are just incredibly resilient. Dr. A defines our body's resiliency as its inherent capacity to heal itself when given the proper tools and environment. And guess what? He says is the number one tool to help your body to begin the process of healing itself from the toxic world in which we've been subjugated. The food we eat, right? All the medicines and treatments in the world, they pale in comparison to the impact of a healthy eating strategy. And my friends, I have witnessed this firsthand. When my husband has completely changed the amount and types of food he has consumed, I have observed him going off insulin, blood pressure medications, cholesterol medicines, and even anti-anxiety meds. I've seen his color change, his pain level drop, and his moods elevate. Food was created to bless our bodies, not to curse it. And when we choose, it's a choice. When we choose to break away from the foods that have been perverted by science and industry to be toxic, addictive, and inflammatory, we see how strength and vitality is returned to our bodies, minds, and emotions. So, the healthy system we are going to learn is built around the habits of health that give us the ability to control one, the quantity of food we eat, and two, the quality of food. So, you guys, these two things are the foundational principles of what we are about to dive into in this section. And most people never master this even after a lifetime of struggle. Why? Because they never take charge of the environment. They rely on their self control and they rely on an internal programming which naturally urges us to grab and hoard food. Look, in our cheap, convenient society, we have access to all the high caloric, nutrient poor food that our guts could desire. All of it. We can get it anytime we want. We can even order it to come to our house. And we lack the activity and energy expenditure that even our grandparents required for daily tasks not too long ago. Look, the fat around our middle is a symptom of this imbalance, right? So, going forward, we are going to examine one, why we have accumulated so much additional fat. And we have to know this, right? So that we don't keep going back to the things that are killing us. And two, we are going to learn the fundamentals of our healthy eating system, which has long-term health as the goal, not losing weight, but long-term health. So the two basic principles, as I have just mentioned a moment ago, are going to be all about quantity and quality. Another way we're going to say it is, and I want you to kind of get familiar with it, we're going to talk about controlling your energy intake, that's quantity, and two, managing your insulin pump. This has to do with the quality of your food, okay? Why these two principles? And why does one not work without the other? Why does quantity not work without quality and quality not work without you monitoring quantity? Dr. A says this: modern research has found that weight loss is more complicated than just simple energy in and energy out formula, which many people will tell you, oh, it's just energy in, energy out. The number of calories you consume plays a key role. It really does. But the quality of food is also important. And the Habits of Health transformational system covers both ends of that spectrum. Thank goodness, because that's what we're going to learn. This is why I have to help clients navigate two different types of erroneous mindsets. On one hand, I have clients, or really it's my potential clients, who say low-calorie diets cause starvation mode. Well, again, this can be correct, and it can also be incredibly false. If I eat 1,000 calories worth of lettuce, I get no macronutrition. I get zero protein and no healthy fat. I will become malnourished. Look, even if I ate 2,000, 3,000 calories worth of lettuce, I will become malnourished, right? So on the other hand, I can have 900 calories, but those calories are nutritionally dense with like 85 grams of protein, 70 grams of low glycemic carbs, the type matters, and 30 grams of healthy fat. And I will be incredibly healthy and in a fat burn and not losing muscle. Then I have this other client. These are the clients who get frustrated because they believe as long as they get their protein and healthy fats in and have a decent calorie deficit, they should lose weight. And yet they get stuck. They don't realize that type and quality of carbohydrates matter. Look, high glycemic carbs cause blood sugar to spike, resulting in your body's release of insulin. Why does that matter? Insulin is a hormone, you guys, and it simply signals your body to store fat, not burn fat. It turns on the fat storage metabolic switch. So again, quantity and quality matters. And as we master this, we're going to be firing our old habits and our body's old energy management system in favor of new habits and a newer, efficient energy management system. And that is where we're going to begin next time. So if you are watching the replay, please be so kind as to like and subscribe so you can get notifications of new episodes, and share this episode with your friends who are desperate for good health. Have a blessed week, and I'll see you next time.